A very good day from myself, Devon Govender, and welcome to Speed Down Under. This is KZN's premier harness racing selection show that's proudly brought to you by Gallop TV. It's got speed, it's got quality, and it's got precision. Of course, we're going to be taking you through the usual race meeting that takes place on Friday. We're focusing on Gloucester Park on the 5th of July. We're going to be taking you through some selections and previews. As always, it's an absolute pleasure to be joined by trainer driver Aldo Kodapasi. He is on the line all the way from Perth to give us his analysis and selections on this Friday's race meeting. Good day, Aldo. How are you doing? How's things back in Perth?
Going very well, thanks to Bond. Yeah, everything's coming along very nicely over here. It's good. Weather's nice and everything's very, very nice. So everyone's happy.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We came very, very close last week. Things always don't go according to plan, but we did get very close.
Yeah, a couple of things did go our way last week. We were close to getting the chocolates, but we didn't quite make it. But we will try again this week, and hopefully we can go a little bit better.
Yeah, you can never be too confident in this game. Things can change very quickly. And speaking about that, I was just watching a few replays yesterday and I was recalling a very fond memory. Aldo has got one up on me. I remember driving a horse called Lorien Silver, which I thought didn't have too much of a chance at Northam many, many years ago. And that last 800, the horse was traveling exceptionally well, and I thought I could just about win this. But guess what? I looked to my right, and Aldo, you went past me on I'm the Sphinx like I was standing still.
Yeah, she was a lovely horse on the Sphinx. I've probably never seen the best of her, but yeah, she was very fast.
Yeah, those were really, really good memories, and competing against the top reinsmen of Western Australia, it was a wonderful experience for me. Let's get straight into the thick of things. Aldo has got a jackpot and the best bet lined up for us here at Gloucester Park. But before we start talking about the jackpot, I'm going to jump to race 9 very quickly. Aldo, you are driving number 5, I Cross My Heart. You know this filly exceptionally well, and if I'm not mistaken, you won the last start on her. Can you just talk about her chances for us?
Yeah, look, I think it's a really good race for her. It's a West Side race, which pretty much just means horses that have been sired by West Australian-based sires. And she won really well last start, 154 at Northam, which is unheard of. The race was put on to suit her, but she still had to find the line and win. But this looks like a really good race for her Friday. There's a lot of speed to her inside, so she'll probably come out and find the hole, but that's a lot of her racing pattern, and she's got a very sharp kick. If we can hold her up for 2 to 3 furlongs, she can sprint very quickly.
Well, thanks very much for that information. I, as well as the punters and followers, will be following number 5, I Cross My Heart, in race number 9 with great interest. It's got Aldo Kodapasi aboard, so take note of that. You have to factor that into your equation when placing your bets in race number 9. Let's get straight into the jackpot. Aldo, the first leg you've gone with numbers 2, 1 and 3 in order of preference.
Yeah, I think Paul Edward will roll to the top. Lucinda Dreams should take a sit on him, and Instigator will probably be coming out hard and looking for a forward spot. Who's the Dad will probably run the gate a little bit. But I think these other horses, I think Paul Edward's probably got a bit of class on these other horses. Instigator is a horse I think is going to go a long way, so we can't leave him out. And Lucinda Dreams is going to have that perfect run just off the speed. So I think they're our top 3, and the Instigator is definitely a horse for the punters to be following going forward.
Well, there you heard it from Aldo. We've gone with numbers 2, 1 and 3 with slight preference for number 2, Paul Edward, and the Dylan Edgerton Green Yard. They've been in top form, and include Instigator into your trifectas and exactas, because that could run a absolute cracker here in race number 5. Moving on to the next leg of the jackpot, we've got 4 numbers here, 2, 6, 1 and 9. We'll start with number 2, Rascal.
Yeah, Rascal's a very, very big front-running type of horse. I think he'll run the arm pretty strong. Medieval Man's a funny horse. I think he's not going as well as he can go, but he can bounce back with the perfect barrier draw. Last year, he strung a lot of wins together and he's gone and missed since then, but they never lose their ability, so he's a horse you still have to respect, especially from the good barrier draw.
Yeah, there could be plenty of value there for number 1, Medieval Man. That's currently trading at around about $7.50. Remember, that's anti-post betting, and we will update you accordingly on the South African tote. Of course, we've backed that up with 2 other horses, so those top 4 numbers, 2, 6, 1 and 9. Moving on to the second last leg of the jackpot, which is race number 7. Aldo has gone with numbers 2, 3 and 5. We'll start with number 2, Coney Island Lou, for Gary Hall Sr. being the trainer there.
Yeah, look, very impressive first up. Looks the likely leader, and I think he'll be very hard to beat. But Sorority, she's got a lot of gates beat. She's a very nice mare. She'll be coming off the arm as well, putting herself into the race. Magatai, he's a horse that won a few starts back and strung a few wins together. I really like this horse. If there's a bit of a war on, he could be the swooper coming in over the end of him. But I just think that Coney Island Lou's probably got the barrier draw advantage in the class over the others.
Well, there you heard it from Aldo. Plenty of confidence coming through there for number 2, Coney Island Lou. That, of course, is the New Zealand bred for trainer Gary Hall Sr. The numbers we've gone with there are numbers 2, 3 and 5. Take note of number 5, who is one of the outsiders of the field. Aldo does like a little bit of this individual, and that could make the trifectas and swingers pay as well as the exactas, and could be a decent place bet at big odds. Moving on to the last leg of the jackpot, that is race number 8. Aldo has gone with 3 numbers there. That is numbers 3, 1 and 2. We'll start with number 3, Worlds Above.
Yeah, I really like this horse. I won a race on him probably going back a month ago. He really impressed me with the way he punched through the line, and this looks like a really good race for him. Perfect type of race for him, West Side, out of a really good Juvenile stable and Peter Anderson. And look, I just think this looks like a really good race for him. He's got really good manners and he's quite tough. So I just see him maybe just forcing his way to the front. And if he can do that, it'll be very hard to hold out. But Rock and Lamont, the horse has probably really improved the last few months and got a good barrier draw, but probably just lacks a bit of high early speed, which I feel he's probably going to get crossed. And the 2 horse, he's probably going to get a good trip just in behind them. So, yeah, I really think Rock in the World's probably the horse to beat.
Thanks very much for that. I really like the confidence coming through from Aldo there on number 3, Worlds Above. He has been associated with the horse before. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. This could have a massive chance, and it's currently trading at around about $7. Of course, this is the anti-post betting from down under, and we will give you a bit of an update there on the South African tote. Aldo, I know we're discussing the jackpot, but since we're talking about race number 8, do you think a place double could be the right way to go? Race 8, number 3, Worlds Above, and then race 9, number 5, I Cross My Heart?
I definitely think so. I definitely think there's a really strong each-way chance in this race, and everything falls into suiting the conditions of the race. And she's the form horse of the race, and she's going really well. And all reports from the stable is that they're very happy with her. So I'm making the long drive up to Perth to drive her, so hopefully she does well.
Yeah, no, all the best with that horse. Number 5, I Cross My Heart. We're going to be throwing that into the all-to-comes for places and wins, as well as a nice each-way bet. Let's recap those numbers in the jackpot very quickly. That slide's going to come up on screen. First leg, numbers 2, 1, and 3. Second leg, numbers 2, 6, 1, and 9. Third leg, numbers 2, 3, and 5. The fourth leg, numbers 3, 1, and 2. It's going to cost you 108 Rand. Now we're moving on to race number 10, where Aldo's best bet comes up. It's in the form of number 6, Our Maestoso for Barry Howlett and Chris Lewis. Give us some confidence about number 6 there, Our Maestoso, Aldo. Why do you like this individual?
Now, unfortunately, there's not going to be a lot of value there for the punters, but he probably really stood out on the program. Mobile race, he'll roll forward. I don't think he'll have too much class for these other trotters. He's a really nice progressive trotter, and he's really catched my eye in his runs. But I just think he's got the ability and the class to beat the rest of these.
Well, there you heard it from Aldo. He really likes number 6, Our Maestoso.
That'll help him.
Sorry, Aldo, go on.
I was just saying that I really like the horse. I think he's got a lot of ability. He's got the perfect, it's good draw from a mobile event, which will change it up the field quite a lot. So I just think he'll be too classy for them.
Plenty of confidence coming through there for number 6, Our Maestoso, which is Aldo Kodapasi's best bet in race number 10, for Barry Howlett being the trainer and Chris Lewis being the driver. And this could be a nice horse to round off those all-to-comes. Watch the show thoroughly, because we've circled 3 horses here that could go into the all-to-comes. We've got a best bet, and that jackpot will come up on screen for you. Aldo, it's an absolute pleasure as always. Thank you so much for your insight on this race meeting, and hopefully we can hit the jackpot come this Friday.
Fingers crossed, and good punting, everyone.
Thanks, Aldo. All the best with your drive-in race number 9. We'll be following that with great interest.
Thank you.
Thanks to Aldo Kodapasi there for providing us with his selections and previews for Gloucester Park. Of course, we've got a nice all-to-come to look forward to, as well as a jackpot and a best bet. Good luck to you if you're playing the jackpot at Gloucester Park this Friday.